What's up, Renegade Nation? Before we begin the video, I'd like to give a big shout out to our most recent patron saints, Thar Dorwin, Colt Seaman, Julius Urado Jr., Thoher, OM Gino, Great on Booth, and Ethan Bergeron. Thank you so much for your support, and if you want to support us on Patreon, feel free to click the link below in the description to find out more. Thanks again.
Is it cold down here to anybody else?
Yeah, it's cold.
Yes, it's cold.
Think
and it's only going to get colder, man, because...
You know what that does?
Makes your wiener little. Does it to me.
That's true.
Okay, we're not even 30 seconds into the video, Chad.
I said wiener.
I know, but if we get flagged because of that, I'll know what it's from.
It's from wiener?
You'd be surprised, dude. You would be very surprised. Dude,
Oscar Myers screwed.
I know. Dude, YouTube doesn't care, man. YouTube hates it. YouTube hates it when people, use euphemisms.
It's literally the name of a defamed politician.
I know. Yeah. Hey, you're preaching to the choir here, man. Or I'm sorry, no. You're preaching to the congregation. You can't really preach to the choir. But, yeah.
Guess you can if you turn around. They're usually behind the preacher.
But why the heck would I want to preach to the choir when the congregation's at? Never mind.
I don't know. Why do vocalists get up on stage and turn around and don't face the audience? I don't understand that.
Is that
Maynard?
Ever seen a guy that does that?
Jim Morrison, Maynard.
Jim Morrison did that. Yeah, Maynard did that.
I think it's people who are nervous.
Oh yeah, Eddie Van Halen also. Whenever he was playing guitar and went into his solos, he would turn around just so people couldn't copy his technique.
Yeah.
But this derailed my whole intro joke, which probably wasn't very funny to start with. But it's, when it's cold, you get goosebumps. So man.
But it is cold.
Tie it back around. Well, yeah, of course Goosebumps Part 2 by JonTron. Oh yeah, you know it, you love it.
It's happening.
Oh yeah, of course it's happening. We're doing it. We doing it, son. And Mr. JonTron himself is back at it again with the Halloween's stuff, and also there is a new JonTron video out. And if you all want us to watch that, it's I believe the tier list for architecture. I believe is what it was. Everyone's doing these tier lists and everything. I think he's doing one about architecture, which is weird.
Yeah. I'm sure he can talk shit about anything.
I'd watch it.
Yeah, I will. I'd watch it too.
I actually used to want to be an architect when I was in high school.
I have a friend who's an architect.
Really?
Billy?
Yeah.
Nice.
Billy?
Mm-mm.
Wes?
Nope.
Oh.
I don't know who that is. Maybe I do, but a guy I was in the Navy with got out of the Navy and became an architect.
Cool. Well, Billy Thompson.
Oh, yeah.
Like, houses like the one that's just a few over that has like the cool little like what do you call that? Like the reading nook, like with the little steeple looking thing.
Yeah, like a little spire.
Like stuff like that, and just like columns and just like all kinds of stuff like you can do to just make buildings look kind of neat. And like it always just sort of like I always heard you could make a lot of money doing it, and I was like, I might be an architect.
Yeah, you can. It's just it takes.
Then I ended up going to school for game design instead, which was probably a bad decision because I could be making a whole lot of money right now if I had just stuck with wanting to be an architect, probably. But oh well.
Maybe. I mean, who knows?
It is what it is.
It is what it is. But JonTron back at it again with the Goosebumps. I mean, last time we did the first one of this, we looked up R.L. Stine's net worth, $200 million off of kids' books. I got into the wrong profession, man.
Right? Like, I was kind of thinking about it last time. I was like, maybe I should try writing some kids' horror novels.
Yeah.
Why
you
not?
You never know what'll hit.
There hasn't been a really popular one since R.L. Stine that I know of.
The dynamic of everything has changed so much with the internet, though. That money came before the internet was huge.
True, very true.
Yeah, creepypasta has kind of churned out all of the original concepts that you can make for
and it's sad
stories.
too, man, like the oversaturation of everything. Like, I'm glad we have access to each other. Obviously it's being taken advantage of right now. We love connecting with people, but it's also made things just so oversaturated.
It has. I mean, there's no doubt about that. I mean,
everything.
Yeah, and it can suck in certain ways.
Yeah.
All right. Well, This turn on the depression line has just been brought to you by the Renegades, and let's cheer ourselves.
Let's steer
up
it back
with
to some JonTron.
Yeah, let's get some JonTron on the screen and let's enjoy what old John Boy had. There you go. There. Yeah, get comfortable. There you go.
Showing too much leg there.
What up?
Yeah. JonTron. Oh, Jacques, no.
Pop.
Brains.
I love the animation for him falling
You're
apart.
currently watching part 2 of a two-part
Perfectly
JonTron
attributed
Halloween
to
special.
games where that
If you
happens.
haven't seen the first part, you won't understand this one. So click here and go watch that first. But if you have, well, I'm gonna drop you right in. Let's go. It's good for the kids if it's good for you, All right, next up, My Hairiest Adventure. What kind of name?
I do remember
Just
that
make sure you don't get any hair in the slot. It'll affect the RAM disk. This one starts off with our main character, Larry Boyd, running from a bunch of dogs and having some life-changing inner monologue.
Get away, leave me alone, dumb dogs.
I can't put my finger on it, but there's something really unsettling about this whole thing.
Hear me wheezing? It's because I had these stupid allergies. The doctor said no running. I hope no one saw me. I must look like a real jerk.
Nah, come on, you're being too hard on yourself. Not Kevin maybe.
Ha ha, try and get me now. So much for the bright side.
I really do wish it ended there.
Nice doggies. Go home, doggies.
Come on, get out of here.
That's Lily, my best friend. She's pretty cool, for a girl.
Hold on! What is that supposed to mean? That's not in the book. The mention of Lily in the introduction is that she's small and cute, not about how she's cool for a girl. The best part about this is that you know an adult wrote this script. That kid had nothing to do with this. When the cameras cut, he was probably like, are you sure we should say that? Hey Larry, you're pretty cool for a girl too.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean, John?
I wish I knew what's up with those dogs.
I don't know, Larry. Maybe they smell your fear.
I would know since I got mauled by them.
Gee, thanks. Like I needed to hear that.
Oh, Larry, you're just you're a fucking asshole.
Goes off to roll his ice smoke with a shitty garage band, and this kid is the best thing ever. They find some tanning lotion. Larry is
Wow.
just really goddamn happy about that.
Cool. All the bronze gods for the audition. We can say we played a concert in Hawaii. Ah!
What the hell did she just say?
My skin!
My God, the actors in this episode have an uncanny ability to make their voice and face look as disconnected as possible. So next, Larry goes home and expositions the shit out of his cat.
Boy, Jasper, I think it was that instant tan that made me feel sick. But I can't tell Mom and Dad. They'd kill me if they knew I was using some old stuff I found.
He then stumbles upon the discovery that he's growing excess hair when he applied the tanning lotion. So then he goes to the bathroom to remove it and just watch.
Are you almost done in there?
Almost.
Well, could you just hand me out my razor?
Can a guy get some privacy?
That's like the joke voice people do when they're trying to pretend to act natural. Can a guy get some privacy?
So after all that, Larry catches up with Lily and talks to her about his strange experience the night prior.
Did you notice anything last night? Where you rubbed that instant tan on? I mean, like, involving hair?
Huh?
I don't like where this is going.
I mean, hair, like where you don't expect to see it.
Are you going to unexpected hair?
No, are you?
No, are you?
No, I just thought maybe you
I what?
growing hair in weird places.
FBI should be knocking on his door any minute now.
Hair on his head, hair on his mind.
Okay, so after that painfully horrifying conversation happens, they go to see their friend, who isn't even home, in fact. So
Well,
they
it is a
decide to
horror
go to his
show.
room to do some investigating.
Wonder if his clothes are still here.
Is that really relevant at all?
Can I help?
It's relevant.
So this creepy realtor guy tells them that Manny has moved out and is unnecessarily creepy for no reason at all. So at this point in the story, Larry's basically just going from place to place trying to hide his hair from people and being embarrassed.
Oh, no.
Or swatted! Let him find it!
Where's the bathroom? Oh.
Are you okay, Larry?
time to shake a tit.
Oh, this kid is the worst at acting
Oh
natural.
my God!
Any way I could. Be right there. What's for dessert? Dessert? Was that lame or what?
No, nah, it's a pretty normal thing to say, honestly. So he escapes homeward through some dogs and...
I had to check and see if there was hair growing anywhere else.
No.
I'm on my back,
You don't know what you're doing here.
and now my.
Naturally, Larry's parents are wondering what the fuck is up with Larry, so they call the doctor to check him out.
I don't think the tanning lotion had anything to do with it.
Really?
That's unlikely. Oh, it's probably some sort of skin irritation.
Yes, Larry has a band audition coming up.
Yes, that's probably it.
Now, where did I put that MD? Eventually, Larry starts connecting the dots and comes to the conclusion that the kids' disappearances are linked to them turning into dogs. And he goes around town talking to a bunch of stock vague adults, my favorite kind of them.
Listen to what I'm telling you. There is no Lily.
Yes, there is, though.
Forget about her.
Well, that's going to be difficult. But the great must always fall. He gets fed up with his lack of detective skills and makes it known.
How about some roast beef?
I don't want food, I want answers.
God damn it, Larry. You're hard to love, but you're harder to hate.
What were my mom and dad hiding? Could Lily really be a dog? Mom! Dad!
Wow.
Think I'm gonna keep going after that? Can't do that.
And yes, he was a dog, and so was everyone else. They were dogs.
Moral of the story is real good on this one. It's don't be unlucky and be a dog. That's a good one.
All right, this is Halloween after all, and after all, Halloween is scary. So it's time to take a look at the final chapter of our little Goosebumps saga. You thought those last two were bad? Honey, those were Citizen Kane and Casablanca in relation to this butchering of an R.L. Stine classic. Last, but certainly not best, Ghost Beach.
Another one of my favorite cover arts.
already waiting to go. I just gotta put it right in there. We'll get it right started. Oh my God, no, get out! Get out!
This tale is about two inner-city kids, brother and sister, Jerry and Terry, who are visiting their relatives on the beach. The Ghost Beach!
Oh man, you and your dumb hobbies.
Yeah, fuck you for being interested in things, you stupid bitch!
It makes wax rub.
I do, because I'm interested in things.
Okay, at first I was kind of advocating for you because you was being a dick for no reason, thought you were the victim, but now I can basically see that you're both pretentious fucks. So pretty immediately, they get startled by some stranger kids who live nearby. Oh God, it's Whoopi Goldberg!
Best one ever.
Hit you in the sack, Jack.
We've been watching you guys.
Okay, so that's not creepy at all.
We're staying with Brad and Agatha, our fourth cousins, twice remodeled.
Removed, Jerry. Twice removed.
No, keep remodeling. It's much better.
Now I just have to say, my favorite thing about this episode is the acting chops on that creepy girl.
We could see you this morning, heading up for the graveyard, so we thought we'd give you a little scare.
From these strange kids, Jerry and Terry learn of a ghost named Harrison Sadler that allegedly still roams the area.
Harrison Sadler is dead, but he still walks the night.
And just like that, before you know it, they do that thing where they just start acting spooky out of nowhere and say they gotta go.
It's enough, Sam.
Okay?
Come on, we need to go. We'll see you around.
Give Jerry a little more of that.
Oh, I sure will, Brad.
Listen, that's making me really uncomfortable. Wait a sec, didn't they say these were their fourth cousins twice removed?
So nice your folks brought you up here to be with your own cousins.
Is that how that works? I'm not a scholar, but these look more like grandparents to me. Like I said, disclaimer, I'm not a schooler. So everything's going great. Everyone's happy. That is, of course, until they bring up the kids they met on the beach, Sam and Louisa.
We met some other Sadlers today. Kids.
Sam and Louisa.
Nice kids.
I just love dinner scenes like this, where everything's going great and then someone says something that cues in the unsettling music, and everyone suddenly becomes distant and mysterious, like they've never even known each other.
Went on about some ghost in a cave.
I really wanted those bees.
Got some reading to do.
Oh, I'll help.
Excuse me, you'll help?
Jack, quick! I need your help reading this, or I won't be able to do it in time. I want to find out where in this classic book series R.L. Stine said he wanted the show to be written by a bunch of chimpanzees.
It doesn't say that anywhere.
Some kinds of seaweed you can actually eat. It's full of iodine. And there are no bugs in it. I wish I had a book on all the different types of seaweed.
I didn't even think it was possible to sound like that much of a bitch talking about seaweed. Congrats, man. This girl could make Gandhi sound pretentious. Jerry takes a nice trip and finds a skeleton laying on the beach.
Perfect skeleton.
Of what?
A raccoon, maybe.
Yeah,
It's a
a
dog.
raccoon on the beach.
Too small for a raccoon.
Every single time they show that skeleton again, they use that shock stinger sound.
Perfect skeleton.
Well, if it's not a raccoon, then what is it?
The bones are picked clean. What kind of animal would do something like this?
I guess if you're going to be around here, you should know. It wasn't an animal that picked those bones clean. It was the ghost. The ghost of Harrison Sadler.
Wow.
Oh!
Oh!
So dogs can tell if someone's a ghost.
Dogs always bark to warn about ghosts.
Oh!
Have you ever seen it?
Do you see that opening in those rocks? The ghost lives up there.
First of all, why did she turn backwards 270 degrees instead of the easier 90 this way?
That's what I was wondering.
Let's keep on going. We're close to the end, goddammit. I'm gonna enjoy this Halloween if it kills me.
And it will kill you, Mr. Strong. Shut up, Scary Jacqueline, and I don't give a fuck about your shit right now. I didn't realize I was going to think like that. But I should think about how I feel next time.
Jerry then spots a light in the cavern where Harrison Sadler is supposed to be, and they once again bring this knowledge back to their relatives. Cousin Grandpa tries to explain it away using Aurora Borealis, but the kids
Is that like
just
Uncle
aren't
Grandpa?
buying it.
You ever hear of
Uncle
Aurora
Cousin?
Borealis, Jerry?
Cousin, uncle.
Yeah.
It happens certain times of year or something.
Cousin, uncle,
Electric
friend.
gets in the air and the whole sky lights up in streamers.
Bullshit, Grandpa! At this point, we know something fishy is
Heat
going
lightning.
on. Jerry scares Terry
Heat
like this
lightning
for no
kind of works
reason.
like that.
And it's decided between them to go out to the cave for a grand adventure to put this mystery to rest once and for all. And let me go to sleep tonight.
Look, there's no boring Alice.
And here is where we finally come face to face with the ghost of Harrison Sadler. That's not a ghost. That's not a ghost at all. That's a guy.
It's dangerous to get involved with ghosts.
Ghosts. I don't like them. Nothing personal. It's just a cultural thing.
You think I'm a ghost, don't you?
Really?
I'm not a ghost.
All right, but I got my eyes on you.
I saw your gravestone.
An ancestor's not mine.
Bullshit! It's a ghost!
I'm going to tell you a story, and I want you to listen very carefully. In the year 1641,
I love exposition. So the totally not ghost of Harrison Sadler explains that 300 years ago, pilgrims sailed to this very location. But when they got here, they were faced with a terrible winter and bare-bones living conditions. And their deaths were so unbearably painful that they stayed here as ghosts.
so they lingered on.
Like you?
I told you. I study ghosts. I'm not a ghost.
Like me, specifically? I am not a ghost, but I've taken many courses in ghosts and I'm decently interested in ghosts, but I am definitely not a ghost. And any information you find that may lead you to believe that I am a ghost, that is wrong. Trust me.
Your two young friends are
Sam and Louisa?
dead for 3 centuries. I've studied them.
Oh, okay. I'm King. He tells them to go off to the graveyard to find their answer, which apparently they just do because it's... After some searching, they find the gravestones of Louisa and Samuel, the 2 strange kids on the beach. Yeah, but it's okay. It's probably a misunderstanding. They're probably just more distant relatives. See, there they are.
That ghost is clever, making you think we're the ghosts.
Then where did these come
Our ancestors. We just got named after them, that's all.
Oh my god, they actually use that excuse again. Good.
They may be good ghosts, but they're certainly not good liars. So Sam and Louisa showed Jerry and Terry their own graves for some reason. I don't even know at this point.
Jerry and Terry Scrooge. This is your fate. If you don't go back to Chicago, where you're from, and stop fucking around already.
What do you think? To eat you and bury your bones right here.
Eating you and burying your bones? What is this, Jack and the Beanstalk? That's Grimm's fairy tales level. That's like before we had reference to a large body of horror literature level storytelling. Can you tell me something? Why does a ghost even need sustenance? Alright, come on, carry on, Lisa. What else? I ain't got time for this shit. They come to an agreement and hatch a plan to stop the ghost of Harrison Sadler once and for all. What's their plan, you ask? Okay, ready for this? To use rocks to trap the ghost.
Seal him up in his cave with rocks.
Rocks? Trap the ghost.
They all arrive at the beachfront and are just about to complete their plan.
No, you'll come with us.
I can't, Jerry. I'm scared.
Jerry, it's just not possible. I'm frightened.
Well, well, well. Here we all are. You've done well bringing the ghosts to me.
Ghosts? Us?
You're the ghost!
Ah, yes! You thought I was the ghost because she, the ghost, convinced you that she couldn't be the ghost, but that I am the ghost. Clever tricks for a ghost.
You said yourself! Dogs recognize ghosts! Dogs target ghosts!
Bring them to me.
We never had a chance to live!
The first winter. It wasn't fair.
We never had a life at all!
We all died in the cold.
Get out of here, you bastards! I'm sick of your shit.
We were so hungry!
Oh, come on, Terry, lighten up. What are you screaming at?
Stay with us, cousin!
Good scream, John.
Jerry, next time you see me sleeping, don't wake me up.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you 2 seconds to figure out the twist. Have a guess. Yep. The old people were the ghosts, and they eat dogs. Maybe they could have saved us some time and gone back and eaten Larry Boyd for us. And I can't think of anything relevant to say about the first one. That was a long time ago, you know what I'm saying? Also, I guess all the other people were ghosts too. That or they all just died a horrible death back there. I guess that would mean if they were ghosts before, they are now.
Everyone's ghosts. I'm ghosts. You're ghosts. She's ghosts.
Honestly, this show might be some of the cheesiest schlock this side of the planet, but I'll never forget the spirit of the original books, which are honestly still pretty gripping today despite the simplicity. I suppose that's what you call good writing.
So kick back, watch the leaves change, and enjoy the month of October, folks. It only comes once a year. Happy Halloween. You can't drink that? This is gonna be like the scene in AI where Haley Joel Osment eats a spinach because his older brother.
He's trying to get to it, though. Did you see it?
He's
Wait a minute.
What?
Wow, that was a lot of goosebumps, but you know what's not? You can follow me on Twitter and like me on Facebook.
I kind of want to get a hold of some of the Goosebumps books and reread them
I just
now.
want to say thank you to everyone who helped make this episode.
Especially since he said they're
Also,
surprisingly
if you
still
wanna watch part
gripping.
one again, like right there. Yeah. I don't ever want to goddamn see another Goosebumps episode again. I've been staring at Goosebumps for a month. Goddamn straight. Thought I was gonna get 2 Halloween episodes out this month. Not if Goosebumps will have it his way.
So, okay, some of the much like Are You Afraid of the Dark, Goosebumps had its cheesy ones and had its good ones. I mean, going back and looking at Are You Afraid of the Dark again, I found that there's one episode I actually forgot was an Are You Afraid of the Dark episode because I thought it was too scary. I actually thought it was something from Tales of the Crypt. Turns out it was one called The Night Shift. It was one where these people were working the night shift at this hospital, and there was a rumor that a vampire was there drinking the blood of the people.
I think I remember that.
Drinking the blood of the people who were there at the hospital, and were pretty much turning them into his followers. And I forgot that how scary the monster was. It was a vampire with like rotting green flesh and like bright yellow teeth. I was like,
Holy shit!
I don't remember that. I thought it was a fucking Tales of the Crypt episode, but turns out it was an Are You Afraid of the Dark episode. Holy hell!
They had some legit makeup effects on Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yes, they did. And then, of course, there's Goosebumps. You and I, we talked about like the Haunted Mask being one of the, Carly Beth and
the Haunted Mask makeup effects are fucking cool. Like the way it looks like it's alive.
Yeah, how it's attaching to her face and everything. And then the Haunted Mask 2, I don't think as good as the first one, but still had a lot to offer in terms of its presentation. The Werewolf of Fever Swamp was pretty good. I mean, I
don't think I ever saw that episode.
It was okay. The one I think it was the one where the zombies are attacking the house, and you find out later that because of this ceremonial wreath that the family had with them, the zombies could not attack them while they were inside of their house, and instead, whenever zombies entered their house, they actually were like human in some ways. They actually like regained a bit of their humanity, and they told them, "You have to destroy the wreath in order for them to go away." And then as soon as they destroy the wreath, it's revealed that the people who were helping them the whole time were in fact zombies just trying to gain their confidence. And I think there were more ghouls than zombies.
Was that Are You Afraid of the Dark?
No, that was a Goosebumps episode.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, there's some pretty good ones.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, there's some pretty legit episodes.
There's an Are You Afraid of the Dark I think I remember as well, like where there were like zombies that came out of like a lake.
Yes.
And that one was pretty fucking creepy.
Yeah, I remember that one. Also, there was a monster, I remember, it was like a computer virus. It was this little silver guy with a huge exposed brain. I'm like, oh, that's some good shit.
Yeah.
You don't want that man to get you.
No, albeit the whole thing about how he moved was kind of like it detracted away from the scare factor of him, because there was one where he was just like chasing this kid into his house, and he had a huge like winding staircase that had a rail that went all the way up, and he was just like, "I'm coming for you," and he climbs up onto the rail and rides the rail up, which you can clearly tell is a reversed shot. Like, he's just like, like, oh, okay.
That's funny as shit.
No, it is funny. That was part of the campy nature of Are You Afraid of the Dark? But both of these shows had a lot to them. I mean, and you could say, the crappy acting, the writing, and all that. I think if you actually went back and gave these another chance, that they could actually be pretty damn good. For instance, I would love to. If R.L. Stine would allow us to option it, I would love to do a Goosebumps miniseries on the internet. I would love to do one where actually it's different online creators doing a Goosebumps story.
That'd be pretty cool, actually.
I would love to see that, because R.L. Stine's always looking. I believe he's always looking for new ways for Goosebumps stories to be told. And if honestly, if we can do that, get some of our favorite ones that we think we can do a good adaptation of, then why the hell not? I mean, it's just like when Stephen King, he had a thing called the Dollar Baby Club, which was like his short stories and stuff like that. Artists could option them off of him for $1. You literally just wrote Stephen King $1, said which story you wanted to do, and Micah actually had the brilliant idea, hey, how about we do Apt Pupil, which is a crazy like short story by Stephen King, although Bryan Singer did a version of it that's kind of crappy, gotta be honest. It had Ian McKellen in it. It wasted Ian McKellen as a Nazi. I mean, that's just crazy. But I would love to do stuff like that. I'd love to, because where we've got people who know what they're doing and have good equipment with filmmaking and everything, I'd love to be able to do shit like that, because it's fun, and it's also we're able to flex our creative muscle in some way. Because as much as we love doing reactions, guys, I want to do more. I want to do different stuff. That's just like us trying to do gaming on a budget, and Chad doing the all fun and games segments and all that. I mean, I want to do more.
I would be super stoked to try my hand at directing a short episode of like a Goosebumps story. Like, and see it if I could like make it actually like scary, for modern day like film, basically.
Yeah, you can.
Modern day video.
Well, there's ways to do it. You just have to, like...
It's like the one I would initially be like, I really want to try, even though it was done well in the series already, would be the Haunted Mask, but that's just because it's my favorite. But there's a couple others that I would definitely like be down to try to take a shot at as well. Mm-hmm. Like, I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Hey, I mean, hey, R.L. Stine, if you ever do see this, hey, I'd love to give it a shot. And I know there's probably other people out there who've asked him to take a shot at it, but if we can do some decent stuff, for instance, what Lavina's doing, you and I were on set for that for the majority of the shooting and everything, and we're actually going to be doing more of it this Sunday, which is going to be interesting. So
I'm interested to see how it'll turn out.
Oh, me too. I want to see how it all is going to come together. But
it's honestly, we're kind of acting in it without even really knowing what happens for sure. Or at least I am.
Yeah, because I haven't read the script or anything.
I haven't
isn't
either.
that kind of what life is?
Yeah. Well, it's like we're playing villains without lines, so
yeah,
it's
we're playing.
We don't necessarily have to.
We're playing figures.
Know what happens. We just have to be there in costume, and then be like, go over there and look fucking menacing, And they're like, all right.
And you carry a knife.
Yeah.
And you. I remember she actually wanted to get you walking forward with the knife.
Yeah, so we tried several different tracking scenes where I was just walking with a knife in my hand, just kind of moving my fingers around it and gripping it,
Oh, I got the net. Yay.
Nice.
Been annoying the hell out of me.
Ninja style.
Well, I got fast hands.
I was trying to kick it, but my legs don't move like
that. They're restricted. Curse your
by wanting to go back to the couch.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a comfy couch.
Comfy.
Plus, you don't want to lift your leg up too high at that angle wearing shorts because the camera's right there.
Whoa, okay, no. Okay, I have to censor that. I think we saw a little bit of butt cheek.
What they call it? Sunrise sausage?
Oh!
Gross.
God dang it, Chad.
What the fuck?
What the hell?
Did that give you goosebumps?
Chad's just like, I'm about to demonetize this man's whole career.
You are.
Yeah. Saying wiener. Don't do that one.
I'm just saying that because, okay, I'm literally saying that because I think it was someone from Rooster Teeth. They got their short demonetized because they said condone in the front of it, and they thought they said condom.
What?
I kid you not. I kid you not. YouTube system is broken. It is broken.
When wiener's a problem, we got real problems.
Hey, man. It's all about that wiener.
I told you the story about me getting in trouble in elementary school for saying wiener, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Oh, dude. I actually got in trouble because okay. You remember there was a girl that you probably don't remember her, but there was a girl that I was in school with. Her name was Munyen Lin. But everyone just called her Money.
Because, yeah, JJ dated her.
Yeah. Well, anyway, here was the kicker that happened. I had no idea this girl existed. I had never heard that she was going to school with us or anything like that. And me, one of the biggest insults I could think to throw at somebody was like to call them like a prostitute or something like that. And I said, instead of being like calling them a whore or anything like that, I said, tell you what, how about you go have sex? How about you go have sex for money, man? Go ahead, just go ahead and do that. Just like and all that. A teacher heard me say that and said that I thought that I was insulting
the student whose name was literally Money.
And I'm like,
what are the odds, man?
No, and here was the thing. I didn't grasp that until my mom explained it to me, and I'm like, what? Who's Money Lynn? I don't know her. And then mom's just like, what do you mean you don't know her? And I'm like, I said he can go have sex for money, because I was just trying to explain this shit to my mom, and my mom was just like, oh no. And guess who she had to talk to?
Her parents?
No, didn't have to talk to her parents. No, her parents came in and all that, but later on, my mom had to go to Miss Clasby, or Miss Lawson rather. She became Miss Clasby.
Right.
And anyway, my mom had to go up and talk to her. Wasn't the first time either. There was the whole Game Boy incident, which was a big embarrassment. But yeah, that conversation went like this. Be like, Nate doesn't know her. What do you mean he doesn't know her? He's never had a class with her. He doesn't know that she exists. Why would he say that? And then Miss Clausia was like, I don't know. Why did he say it then? It's like, because Nate meant this. And Miss Clausia was just like, well, that's just not nice. And I'm like, Mom explained this to me later, and I'm like, that woman's logical deduction skills are on par with that of like a doorknob.
You should get, it's like, I understand getting suspended for doing what I did, but don't suspend me for the wrong damn thing.
No, that's that's my whole thing too. I didn't get suspended.
Shouldn't be calling people prostitutes.
No, actually,
I get it.
I did get 2 days of ISS because of that, which got taken down to 1.
I got the same for ordering a pizza during gym class.
Really?
2 days in school suspension.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. And it was the end of the year. We weren't doing anything but sitting on the bleachers out in the stadium, but because they didn't check in with the office and they brought it straight to me in class, we had issues.
That's nonsense.
I would be like, you guys pissed at me for doing something adult-like.
Yeah, because I ordered food and they didn't have control over what I was eating or who was coming there to give me food. It was a big incident.
They need to eat your whole entire butt.
Yeah, they threw away the pizza and didn't eat any of it. Nobody got to eat any of it.
That's just rancid right there, dude.
And I went to ISS for 2 days.
I would have sued the school for that. I don't know, I wouldn't have won, but I would have tried.
Can I get my money back? Can I get my money back?
I was more like, don't get me in trouble for all the other stuff that I do.
Fair enough.
Just like this is
Fair enough.
the lowest level thing I can get in trouble with.
A pizza is the least of your worries.
Yeah, we were doing way worse.
Oh yeah, you and Myles.
That's just ridiculous.
I remember Myles. You telling me the story about how Myles stopped the fan with his ding dong.
Yeah, that happened.
I don't even want to know. Never mind.
It's literally what.
Forget
it
I said
like.
What. Fair enough.
Didn't he also slap a teacher in the face with it while they were asleep?
No, that never happened.
I've heard a whole litany of stories.
A teacher, no.
A lot of stuff gets made up in school. So.
Not a teacher. One of our friends.
Wapow.
Probably multiple of our friends. But
Gross.
Chad, was I one of them?
You said woke up, so if you don't remember it, then
just reminded me of one of my favorite teachers in middle school.
One
of my favorite teachers in middle school, when people would fall asleep at their desk in class, he'd just walk up and where you had the desk that hung over, your legs and there's space underneath them. He'd just put his hands underneath the desk and just go, wham! And just hit the bottom of our desk real hard, and it'd scare the shit out of them.
I remember
if you ever heard a girl scream in his classroom, it was probably that he just woke her up that way and scared the shit out of her.
I remember Dr. Garland, my favorite history teacher. There was a kid who kept falling asleep in class. So one day, literally, he just looked at everybody. He's just like, is he asleep again? All right, everybody, be really quiet. Stand up really quietly. Walk around. All right, everyone out. Turned off the lights and just left him in there. Just left him in there.
Awesome.
And he was still asleep. Everyone got up real quiet. There was a class of almost 30 kids, and this one guy was just asleep right in the middle of it. And me, I'm just like, oh no, this is gonna be fun. And Dr. Garland on his way out, he's just like, well, don't sleep in my daggone class. That's all I'm gonna say. Because he was my favorite history teacher. If he was my history teacher throughout my whole career, I'd probably be a history teacher right now. But because I ran into a-hole Supremes who had tenure and thought, oh, I've been on a television show, therefore I know what I'm talking about.
About everything.
I think I would have the whole class stand up and gather around the person who was sleeping in just a big circle, and just everybody be like, wake up at the same time. Scare the shit.
I wonder if anybody's ever just had a heart attack because of that. Because I'm telling you,
you're less likely to have a heart attack when you're young from being scared. So.
There's no worse heart pumping moment from being pulled out of sleep from something, crazy going on. Yeah.
Dude, I've even just woken up from random bad dreams and stuff, and just be like,
yeah.
Yeah, I've been there.
Okay. Just go into straight ape mode. Ready.
Well, dude, I woke up one night, dude. Here's the funny part. I had Lucy right here beside my leg. I wake up and I throw my blanket off, and Lucy gets curled up in the blanket and at my ankles, and she's rolling around trying to get out. She's panicking too, and I'm like, oh, Lou, are you all right? And she peeks her head and she just goes, meow. I'm like, it's okay, girl. I'm sorry.
That's funny. Yeah.
But I forget what the dream was about. But I just remembered waking up. It was like I fell and like I hit something face first, and then I woke up.
Yeah, a lot of times I've woken up from falling and or tripping or something in a dream. It's weird. Just fall and it's like
I wake up from being exhausted with being pissed off and or scared about whatever's happening.
Yeah.
I'm just like, fuck it. At this point, I don't give a shit. Oh yeah, it's a dream. I'm awake.
We're drawing this one on pretty long at this
Yes,
point,
we
though,
are.
aren't we?
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. This was JonTron's Goosebumps Part 2. If y'all want to see the original video and see more from JonTron, link in the description down below to the original video. And also, if you want to see more from us, we have a subscribe button right down there below the feet of one Nick and Chad, and the little bell that you can ring as well to stay notified every time we release a video. And I guess until next time, everybody, signing off. I'm Nate.
I'm Nick.
I'm Chad.
And we will see you all in the next one. Peace out.